The names and other personal details of this story have been changed, so she can't identify me. First two paragraphs are backstory. Explanation of event after that. Me and my best friend met when I was 15 and she was 19. We met on social media and quickly became best friends, texting all day, calling every night, FaceTiming once in a while, sending each other gifts in the mail. We talked about everything. I loved her very much and felt sorry for her situation. Her and her mom didn't have a house of their own and would couch hop between family and friends, staying at different places for months at a time. She never finished high school, didn't have any in-person friends, had never been on a date, and never left any of the houses she was staying at the time on account of claiming her mother was disabled and needed her round-the-clock care. She never learned how to drive, cook, grocery shop, basically didn't know how to function in life. Fast forward to 7 years later, I move out of my parents' house to a different city to experience living alone. I worked a full-time job, had my own car, and lived in a one-bedroom house with just me and my dog. She would express how nice it must be to be in my situation and how she wishes she could be free from what she perceived as a prison of her situation. She would open up about her mental health and how where she was at in life would bother her because now she was 26 and in the same living situation she was at when we first met. Of course, I would listen to her and encourage her. She felt hopeless and I understood why, but I knew she was such a special person with an amazing heart. She had so much going for her. I knew her and her mom's financial situation prevented any type of progress. I would always tell her how much I believed in her, how much I loved her, and how I would always be there for her. 3 years later, I go through a really bad breakup and move to a different city. She finally expressed how she was done dealing with her life and wanted help and to move on. She was going to come stay with me for a while, but needed an ID to fly. I lived across the country, so I sent her money for an Uber, her ID, an Uber home, and a plane ticket to me. She stayed with me for 3 months when she downloaded a dating app. I lived in Oregon, and she matched with someone in Washington. He came to visit her, and she fell in love with him. She immediately expressed that she wanted to go stay with him for the week, which turned into her just moving in with him. One thing about her is she hates kids. It's okay to me when someone doesn't like kids. They're gross, they smell weird, they're loud, they're messy, they're not for everyone. But hating them is different. They haven't done anything wrong and are some of the last innocence this world has. But she hates them and wishes they would all burn. The man she moved in with was 20 years older than her and had his adult daughter living with him. My friend was living with them for about 6 months when the daughter met someone and opened up to her dad about thinking he was the one. She wanted to get married and start a life with him. This is where my friend freaks out. She tells me how if the daughter gets married and has kids, her relationship is over. That she couldn't stand the thought of her boyfriend wanting to be around a baby or having a baby at their house. My friend told her boyfriend that he should know she hates kids and wants them nowhere in her vicinity. She tells him it's unacceptable and if the daughter gets married, it's over for them. There was a lot more that was said, but that sums it up. She comes to me and at first I try to be understanding and supportive. I tell her that maybe on days the baby comes over, the daughter is not even talking about having kids yet, by the way. She can plan a personal day and go get her hair done, nails done, go shopping, etc., or just get snacks and camp out in the room with a movie day. She freaks out at this approach and tells me that's not the answer, that she doesn't want the possibility of kids to be over in any way, shape, or form. She said he's the love of her life and she doesn't want anyone else. If the daughter married this guy and starts a family, she will commit suicide. So since she didn't take my kind approach, I told her she was acting crazy. I told her it was super manipulative and controlling to tell these things to her boyfriend. She's only known for half a year. How the daughter is his daughter and will always come before her. That she can't expect him to lock out the world and life and just be alone with her for the rest of his life. I told her if she felt like she was going to hurt herself, she needed to seek help immediately. I didn't hear from her for a couple days when she finally texted and said she was devastated at my lack of support and understanding and how she never wanted to talk to me again. She said she was offended by me suggesting she needs help because she never said she would hurt herself when I clearly have messages where she states she would. She said she was freaking out at the time and didn't mean it like that. It's been 2 years and I still haven't heard from her. I miss my best friend and I hope she's okay. AITAH for telling her those things.